I got some stats for you.
Stats.
So stats. So here's how I want to start this. So we just talked about the LGBT Olympics and basically how what happened in the opening ceremony has basically hijacked what was supposed to be an amazing showcase of greatness and sport in the Olympics. So the LGBT Last Supper gets implanted into the Olympics. Everyone's going crazy. So I come back and I think, all right, viewership all-time high, but complaints also all-time high. What's actually going on here? So I wanted to actually see some stats of like, how comfortable are people with these drag shows that are going on in America and around the world?
Oh.
Pretty interesting. So the Olympics, if you didn't see the last segment here, basically the opening ceremony was 4 hours, was hijacked for 5 minutes of the LGBT trans supper. Can we just play that video again real quick of the actual Olympic opening ceremony?
I think we got it.
Start that at the beginning.
I think I got it.
So there's a little kid, pause, there's a little kid right there on the left.
All to dismantle the true values of Christianity. Like, what is that?
So here's this dude. Those are all, look at the big girl in the middle, because everything's inclusive. So I said, let me do a little stats, let me do a little research. How comfortable are people at these drag shows? Because in South Beach in Miami, where I live, there's actually a famous bar on Ocean Drive.
I think we've seen it during volleyball.
Where they do drag lunches every Sunday. I've actually never been.
I saw it, I think.
I go to Mango's, where I got the big booty Latinas out there. That's where I go.
You showed me there.
But, hey, different strokes for different folks. But when you start having kids involved in the show, parents, what are you doing? So here's some stats for you, Nat, if you want to help me out. Alejandra, if you want to help me out here.
Let's see.
Percentage of Democrats who have been to a drag show, percentage of Republicans who've attended a drag show. What's your guess? Who's been to more, Republicans or Democrats?
I think the Democrats have
been to
so
more. Democrats, what percentage have been to a drag show versus a Republican?
I would say like maybe 60 to 70% of Democrats.
Okay.
And then Republicans, like 10 to 12. Okay,
so you were close on the Republicans. So 15% of Republicans have attended a drag show. 15%.
Yeah, okay.
32%
of Democrats
have attended.
Okay.
So almost double.
Yeah.
It's a double amount. That's 1/3 of Democrats. It's a lot.
Too much.
It's a little, doing too much.
Doing too much.
What percentage of Americans do you think support banning drag shows entirely? Like, nah, we're not doing this.
Oh.
Banning entirely.
I would say that same 15%, no?
Okay, you're not wrong. 17%.
Okay, go
So
now,
you know, I will, you know, enter right now and saying, you know, we have the First Amendment, freedom of expression, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly.
Put them in a circus.
Yeah.
It is a circus.
They look like circus creatures.
Hey, yo.
I'm sorry.
It's not illegal, is all I'm saying.
Sure.
So, but 17 Americans say that you should ban it completely. What percentage of Americans believe that people of all ages should be allowed to attend drag shows?
I don't even want to know.
2%.
0%.
What's the
please.
Number? 2%?
I'm going to go with 0 because that's what I'm praying for.
25% of Americans believe that people of all ages should be allowed to attend drag shows.
For what?
That's a little too high, America.
For what?
What
value would you get out of there other than excessive boobs and butt and makeup and maybe some humor?
I don't see humor.
We all need a laugh.
Yeah, but that's a different
what percentage of Republicans favor banning drag shows entirely, specifically Republicans? So we all said that 17% of Americans support banning drag shows entirely. What percentage of Republicans specifically?
That want a ban? What was your question?
What percent of Republicans support banning drag shows?
Oh, like 70.
25%.
Yeah, I was going to say like the same 15, 20.
Okay, but the reason why is because Republicans also believe in limited government and live in overreach and freedom of expression. So there's that balance right there of like, there's nothing illegal about this, but I just don't want the kids showing up here.
Fair. 18 and older. I mean,
What percentage of Democrats say that drag shows should be banned entirely?
10.
like 5%, 10%?
8%.
I knew it.
8% of
I'm telling
Democrats.
you, I've been knowing you
So-
people out here. Behave.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
Okay. Now, what percentage of Republicans think that drag shows should be limited to adults only?
What percent of Americans?
Percentage of Republicans.
Republicans?
Limited to adults only.
I would say maybe like 7%.
7? That's it? Republicans?
Oh, that's
Oh, that should ban it?
Yes.
Okay. I would say the same, like 20%.
58% of Republicans think
Right.
that drag shows should be limited to
like
just
50.
adults.
All right.
Point is, there's different opinions, but clearly the Republicans feel stronger against this
Yeah.
than the Democrats.
They should.
So I said, okay, where are we at in America right now politically? Because this isn't necessarily a political show. We talk about culture. We talk about following the money. We talk about relationships, men and women. But there's also, hey, America, can we all just get along? Why are we so divided? Well, there's actually some stats out there that show just how far apart Americans, Republicans, and Democrats have gotten to. Would you pull up this stat real quick? So here's the U.S. political attitudes by party leaning scale of 0 to 10. So this is an interesting dynamic here. So I'm going to break this down real quick.
Okay.
So obviously the left is blue,
Yes.
Democrat, and the right, Republican, is red.
Red.
So there's 4 different scenarios here. There's 1994, which Bill Clinton was the president. There's 2004, which George W. Bush was the president. And there's 2017, where Donald Trump was the president. They don't have data of 2024 yet, but that's coming.
Got it.
But we're going to make an assumption, a guesstimation of where we think it's headed. So
Red is
1
higher.
through 10, 0 through 10. So 0, 1 would be as liberal as it gets.
Okay.
9, 10 would be as conservative as it gets. If you go back to 1994, let's break down this number.
Yeah.
The average liberal was basically a 5 out of 10, almost a moderate, a liberal, a classic liberal, a Bill Maher-esque, Chris Cuomo-esque liberal,
Okay.
right?
Would that be where you
We
would
have 5.
be?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay, that's where you would be.
Now, the average conservative, so in 1994, this would have been a George H.W. Bush.
Yeah.
This would have been maybe a Pat Buchanan type. This would have been a Bob Dole-esque type figure. They were a 6 out of 10, the average Republican.
Okay.
So
Pretty close.
when you say a classic Democrat liberal and a classic conservative Republican, dude, they're only one number away, 5 and 6. So that's how things were able to get done. Hey, let's compromise a little bit. Yeah, I want to get this done. I want to get this done. There weren't polarization on each side pulling them apart. But by 2004, what happened by 2004? Bill Clinton was almost impeached over the Monica Lewinsky thing. That was in 1999, 2000. 2000 election, George W. Bush defeats Al Gore. 2004, George W. Bush is reelected, beats John Kerry. The country starts to get a little more fragmented. But also George W. Bush had very, very low polling rates coming into the second term. Why? Because 9/11 happened. There was wars in
Right.
Afghanistan, wars in Iraq. So it's interesting what happened here. The Democrats went from a 5 to what number, Nat? To a 4.
To a 4.
So the Democrats got a little bit more liberal. Now, what's interesting about the conservatives is the conservatives went from a 6 to what number?
To
a 5.
Yeah.
So even the conservatives were like, all right, we'll meet you halfway.
Yeah.
So the Democrats went from essentially a 5 to a 4. The conservatives went from a 6 to a 5. They moved one spot over.
Right.
Now, here's what's interesting.
Shit.
Obama shows up 08. Trump shows up 2016. Oh my God, does the game change?
Yeah.
Now, conservatives were consistently at basically about a 6. Now, in 2017, what number were they at, Nat?
More like 6.5.
6.5, 7.
7, yeah.
So they haven't moved too far to the right. They're there.
Yeah.
But where do the liberals go?
All
What's
the
the
way
number?
to the 2.
Liberals went from a 5
To a 2.
to a 4 to a 2. So the liberals have gone so far left when Republicans have gone just a little bit to the right. So you have the Republicans, you have the conservatives being like, yo, what is going on here? And the liberals, the progressives, are like, yeah, what do you mean? Boys can, of course, be girls. What are you talking about?
Help.
Uterus is called the front hole now. What? Mothers are now called birthing people. I want to be identified by my proper pronoun.
Jeez.
What's happening right here? Hey, gays for Gaza. Well, there's a lot of people out there being like, guys, what is happening right now?
Help. We need
So
help.
the stats basically show Republicans feel a certain type of way over the drag shows. But that's one component here. But overall, what's the message here? Wow. The left has gone super far left.
Yeah.
And the right has stayed consistently sort of to the right.
Yeah.
Now, what's the cause and causation of all this? Cause and effect. Did Obama pull people to the left? Well, it would seem so. Did Trump pull people to the right? Not as much.
Yeah.
Trump more pushed people to the left.
Yeah.
Basically, Trump showed us up.
he did.
Trump is not an ideologue.
Yeah.
He's not like, this is what I stand for. It's like, okay, this is going on here.
Yeah.
But people reacted so much
They went
to what
left.
Trump's antics were that they just ran to the left. And this is unfortunately where the Democratic Party is today.
Yep.
Whereas you have a lot of common sense people, those 4, 5, 6s, who are like, dude, I was cool with the 4, 5 stuff, the 6
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, but now I'm definitely on the 6 side.
Yeah.
Definitely not on the 2 side.
Yeah.
And this is where I find myself these days.
Yeah.
I've consistently been a 5. All right, I can see some of this stuff. I can see some of this stuff. But I'm way closer to a 7 than I am to a 2. And there's a lot of common sense people basically saying, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here, Democratic Party, but I didn't sign up for this DEI, ESG, woke, LGBT, alphabet soup nonsense. Sorry, thanks for playing. So we're going to see what happens here with the Kamala Trump thing. But Kamala, she's, and this is my opinion, but, you know, fact check this, probably the most liberal presidential candidate we're probably ever going to have.
For sure. For sure. Do you remember what was the one thing that kind of made you like stop in your tracks and say, whoa, I actually don't agree with the left side? Was there one thing that really swayed you to kind of stay more center right during these from 1994 to 2017?
So I think I've always just been in the center. I think I was
But you're saying you're more to the 6,
Well, because
7s today.
You know, they say, facts don't care about your feelings and don't believe your lying eyes. But, you know, I have eyes. I can see what's happening right now. JFK, that's the reason that I was identifying more as a Democrat back in the day was my dad was a huge JFK guy. Where do you think JFK would be on this scale, 5, 6, 7 scale? Where do you think JFK would be?
4, 5.
Probably a
3.
6, probably a 7.
Yeah?
That's where I'm at. So he's certainly not a 4. Ask not what you can do, what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Bill Clinton, where would Clinton be in 1994? Basically a 5 or a 6. That's where he was. But the Democratic Party today of Kamala Harris, a 2? Nah, bro, I'm good.
Jeez.
I'm good.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like-minded people. I'm going to send you a quick video. And this sort of sums up what I think a lot of people are saying. So, Nat, where do you see yourself on this 1 through 10 scale while I send this over to...
I definitely see myself, I mean, today, definitely more in the 6, 7, with seeing the Olympics, 10.
Oh, really?
I'm like super turned off. Yeah, it just, you see the stuff that takes place, you know, on that side, and you can't help but like run the other way. So I can see why even, you know, on the last chart, you know, they ran the other way because Trump was there because that's what they didn't want. Now I'm seeing this stuff and it's making me run the other way.
Yep.
It makes me like scared. I'm genuinely scared. Like what more can they do?
Well, you don't have kids. I don't have kids. I have a nephew, right? And all my best friends have kids.
And nephews.
So, you know, I have the luxury of being like, well, I don't have to worry about anything. Well, actually I do.
Yeah.
I don't want my nephew being indoctrinated like
My
this.
little sister.
I don't want my best friend's kids getting indoctrinated. I have nephews. I have cousins. I have like little kids out there.
Yeah.
So, you know, the famous thing, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. can't get fooled again.
again.
Shame on me, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people that got fooled in 2016. There's a lot of people that got fooled in 2020. There's a lot of people that aren't going to make that mistake again. Okay. Here's the last part of this little segment. Here's this guy saying, oh, hey, MAGA, I got some news for you guys out there.
Oh, no.
Listen to what I have to say. Watch this clip.
Yeah, this message is to all you Trump supporters, all you MAGA people. I have one thing to say to you. I'm sorry. Sorry that I bought into all the bullshit that the media was feeding to me for all those years.
Good for you.
Sorry for thinking that you guys were the enemy, when really you're out trying to protect this country. The past 3 years, the past 4 years have been horrific. You can't buy food. Gas prices are ridiculous.
Good for you.
And our cities are looking like fucking slums. Elect Kamala Harris, who's actually in charge of the border now. Yeah, no, sorry. I bought into all the bullshit. Not this time. Another thing, as a gay man, I'm over this fucking gay woke agenda bullshit, because that's not what the gay community is. Sorry, it is not. What they're pushing on TV is some sadistic shit. And as somebody who has a nephew who's in kindergarten, the last thing I want is for my nephew to think that if he... You already know where I'm going with this, right? That's some bullshit. That, in my opinion, is some bullshit that they're doing with the kids. It has to stop. It has to stop, because it's giving gay people a bad name. Gay people who don't want any part in that. Exactly. I don't even go to gay pride anymore because it's disgusting. Gay pride used to be fun. Gay pride used to be a kiki. We used to dance, but basically turned into a fucking sex fest. It's disgusting, and it does not represent me.
Tell him.
In one bit. I was told that if I vote for Trump, that my rights as a gay man would be taken away, and I would be set back 100 years. And can you show me where Trump said that?
Yeah. Tell him.
You know the response I got? Fuck you. Crazy liberal shit. Yep. So, again, to all the MAGA people, you have a new person on board with you. Trump 2024. Let's get this fucking country back in order. Thank you.
Okay. Gave me goosebumps.
So, how many people out there are like that guy?
So many. At least the gays that I know.
Okay, I'm not even gays. Just people in general that were like, yo, yeah, I wasn't feeling Trump in 2016. It wasn't for me. Yeah. Cool, he came in, Mexicans are rapists, they're doing the drug dealings, the good people on both sides, everything, oh, you know, people are like, well, it turns out, oh, the Russiagate, you know, walls are racist. All these people fell for it. I get it. Okay, you know who was one of those people that actually condemned Trump? A guy by the name of J.D. Vance. You know who's J.D. Vance? Trump's running mate now in 2024. Yeah. So just how different the world has gone. Now, what's the reason that Trump would select someone like J.D. Vance, who openly criticized Trump and he said, I'm a never Trumper? Yeah. It's because he can evolve. That if this guy can evolve, if you can evolve, if I can evolve, if J.D. Vance can evolve, if Elon Musk can evolve, if Joe Rogan can evolve, none of the people I just named voted for Trump in 2016. Yep. Facts. Yep. But there's a lot of people in 2024 that are like, yo, I can't. The whole 5, 6, 2, 3, you guys are 2s now. When I was used to be a Democrat, you were a 5. You know, they said something like, you got to hold the center. The center holds. If everyone's an extremist on the right or an extremist on the left, what kind of opportunities do we have here? That's what causes a civil war. Yeah. By the way, see what's going on in Venezuela right now. Not a pretty situation. So shout out to this guy. Shout out to J.D. Vance. Shout out to the people that are like, I don't know what's going on here, because facts don't care about your feelings. The numbers don't lie. The Democratic Party has shifted so far left from a 5 to a 4 to a 2. When you have the Republican Conservative Party, they're like, yo, I'm a 6, maybe a 7. That's where I'm at. Yeah. So the choice is yours, as I say. The stats don't lie. The numbers don't lie. And the facts don't care about your feelings. You guys let me know what you think. Are you coming to the Vault? Oh, what's the Vault? You know about the Vault? The Vault is the ultimate event for entrepreneurs to level up their game and learn from the best in the game. Last year, we had Tom Brady and Mike Tyson, and I said to our CEO, Patrick Bet-David, I said, how are we going to top that? He said, how we're going to top that? How about The Rock? So this year, Patrick Bet-David went out and got Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So he's going to be there along with PBD, the Biz Doc, and me. Yeah, if you want to join us at the Vault Conference, check out thevaultconference.com. It's going down in West Palm Beach, September 4th through 7th. If you want to make more money, improve your business, and expand your network, you have to be at the Vault. We'll see you there. Oh, you like that? Well, if you want to see more of that, check out this clip right here. And if you want even more, check out this clip right here, only on the SOSCAST.